What's a unicorn? A company that's valued at more than $1 billion. And we're on a hunt to find them.
Can investors make money on this?
Unicorn Hunters is back, bigger and bolder.
That was the most inspiring pitch I've heard yet on the show.
Launching a new cryptocurrency,
Unicorn Hunters now has its own cryptocurrency.
Unicoin.
We're going to create currency which is much more stable than currencies which are backed by no assets.
What is Unicorn?
It's the cryptocurrency of the future.
1, it's registered with the SEC. 2, it's backed by emerging growth companies.
Why should you invest?
This is the cryptocurrency for everyone.
Our objective is to turn it into a major cryptocurrency brand.
It's just fun to say Unicoin. I mean, that's just a fun thing to do. Yeah.
The reason we created this coin, we want everybody in the world to have a chance.
Find out now. Transparent Business is pre-selling unicorns with the intent to tokenize them in the upcoming months. All related projections and assertions are futuristic in nature. See unicoin.com for detailed information and risk factors.
Hi, and welcome to a special episode of Unicorn Hunters. Now, tonight we're going to do things a little differently. We don't have someone pitching to us. Instead, we have some exciting news for you, our studio audience and our global audience. Now, at this point, I'm sure that all of you have seen Unicoin. And so since this was Alex's idea, talk to us about Unicoin.
Thank you, Chris. Well, I'm pleased to announce that Unicorn Hunters now has its own cryptocurrency called Unicoin.
That's right, Unicoin. So Unicorn Hunters has its very own cryptocurrency, and we're going to get into its potential, its value, and actually we're going to show you, our home audience, how you can be a part of something truly special. But before we do that, I'm going to ask you, Alex, as the CEO of this show, why? I mean, why do this? Why Unicoin?
We introduced Unicoin to address possibly the most acute problem of cryptocurrencies, the extreme volatility. Even major cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin go up and down so significantly that many investors, especially small investors, have lost a lot of money. We introduced essentially bringing back the gold standard into currencies. Just instead of gold, which doesn't grow even if you water it every day, we are going to be using equity in the companies which either present on Unicorn Hunters or applied to present and have strong investment value proposition. Introducing Unicoin, we believe we are going to create currency which is much less volatile, much more stable than currencies which are backed by no assets.
And one important thing is that it will also support innovation, because these crypto assets is going to fund different companies that we will be selecting as part of the platform that we have here with Unicorn Hunters. Companies that are bringing real value, that are solving massive issues, and companies that expect to grow, perhaps to unicorn status or beyond.
So what makes this Unicoin unique?
What I love the most about it is that I consider it the next generation of cryptocurrency. I lost a lot of confidence in traditional crypto. What we've done is we've taken the best of what we thought worked in crypto, fundamentally the blockchain technology, and we took the best of what worked in traditional investment platforms, the concept of an investment fund, and we brought them and married them.
I appreciate that, Mo, and that actually brings me to a question I want to ask Lance. Major brands spend billions of dollars a year just to maintain the brand, and you're a veritable expert in marketing. Do you think that the objective to build a major brand, do you think that's realistic here?
Oh, I definitely think it's very realistic.
Okay.
I love the idea of a Unicoin. We're at this brand new world, and this is the new way. Just in a few years, I've never heard of it been approached this way. And you have a show that supports it. It's all about that brand marketing.
Yeah.
It's just fun to say Unicoin. I mean, that's just a fun thing to do. Yeah.
I do have to say, yeah, we kind of have a winner there with regard to that. I know there are a lot of people here, both in the studio audience and at home in our global audience, that don't really know what crypto is. We have a little something we'd like to show you. Take a look at this. It's going to get us all up to speed on what cryptocurrency actually is.
Coins, paper, bars. For millennia, human beings traded currency backed by physical assets like gold or the credibility of the countries that issued them. But as history has shown, currencies can fail, banks collapse, and reeling economies leave everyday people with their hard-earned money gone. Then, in 2009, out of thin air, came the word that would become known by many and understood by few: crypto. A decentralized digital currency with no central bank, backed by the ones and zeros of computer code called blockchain, instead of any financial regulator, providing access for its owners and a value based on whatever the collective decided. When the mysteriously anonymous Satoshi Nakamoto invented Bitcoin in 2009, it was worth virtually nothing. But in just a few years, Bitcoin had enough value for a programmer to famously buy 2 pizzas with 10,000 Bitcoins. And in 2017, Bitcoin became front-page news when it skyrocketed to $20,000 overnight and years later peaked of nearly $70,000. In the time since, numerous other cryptocurrencies have gone to the moon, from Dogecoin to Shiba Inu and more. Now crypto is big, legit business, cementing its success with a market cap that peaked at $3 trillion and billion-dollar endorsements and sponsorship deals. But as recent crashes have shown, crypto's weakness is that it has no underlying assets backing its value. Until now. Unicoin. No more guessing and gambling on the rise and fall of a volatile market. The world's newest equity-backed, dividend-paying cryptocurrency, designed to be backed by a portfolio of emerging potential unicorn companies. The power of crypto, the value of unicorn hunters. This is Unicoin.
Great. We can see truly what a great opportunity Unicoin is. Let's talk about the biggest players out there. Even the audience that isn't familiar with crypto is aware of Bitcoin. So without any advertising budget, Bitcoin has become a household name. Alex, how can Unicoin compete with Bitcoin?
Based on merits. Bitcoin was created by an anonymous person to provide anonymity to people who wanted to hide their financial transactions. It has since grown way beyond it. But the essence of Bitcoin when it was introduced was anonymity. And I believe that even though anonymity proved to be quite a sizable demand on the market, that many more investors are interested in stability and returns.
Okay. Now, Andrew.
Let me also point out that we don't need to defeat these other cryptocurrencies in the marketplace. We expect to just take larger market share of a growing market investment segment.
I want to throw to Mo for a second here. President Biden recently signed an executive order regarding cryptocurrencies, and you served as his director of administration and senior advisor. I want to know of your personal opinion on the significance of President Biden's order.
To me, what it said to the world was that the United States recognized that cryptocurrency is here to stay. It is a part of our future. It showed that he understood that rather than to just let this industry keep building without any oversight or regulatory environment, he recognized that a free-for-all was not really working. To Alex's point, you see the volatility, it's like a roller coaster, because you know what? We created Unicorn Hunters. We did it to democratize access to wealth creation. The reason we created this coin was in furtherance of that mission. It's that simple. We want everybody in the world to have a chance.
Well, and that sounds great, but the fact remains that Bitcoin and some other major cryptocurrencies plunged in value recently. And Rosie, I wanted to get your take on this because as a top financial and crypto expert, I wanted to see if you could explain the causes of such volatility. I think it's one of the things that people are most in the dark about.
Well, we are definitely in an unprecedented time right now. And obviously you've seen the Fed recently has started to raise interest rates. And so, when you raise interest rates like that, investments change. How people think about where their money goes changes. And so that easy money is not as readily available. If Bitcoin is considered a floating asset out there, people are going to want to think about how to manage their risk. And it's really hard to manage your risk when you have something that's not really tied to anything like Bitcoin. I do see Unicoin as being something very unique. Obviously, everyone has to kind of assess their own level of risk. But for me personally, I like the fact that it is a securitized digital asset. It is tied to these emerging growth companies, and it's tied to this show. I mean, we're all here because we believe in what this show does.
Right. Now, we've had some questions from our global audience, and I've got a great question here from India. Can you share with us how you select companies to appear on the show or to be added to the Unicoin portfolio?
It's a multi-layer process. We count on partners such as Google, Microsoft for startups, the innovation hubs of different countries, including Impulsa from Colombia, Chile, leaders from different industries that recommend the companies that we feature in the shows. And then we assess them based on a 10-point criteria. These 10-point criteria are called Decalogue of the Unicorns, which is basically if the company has a significant addressable market, the leadership team is suited to scale the company, if they are providing a disruptive solution that will solve a real problem. So we have different layers, and through these levels we select from a very, very long list of companies. Anyone with a company that has received capital, that has gone through a due diligence process, can apply to be featured in the show, and our scouting team can assess if they are a fit to be presented and pitch their value proposition, their company, to our global audience.
Is that information all on the website?
Absolutely, okay. Unicornhunters.com.
Got it. Okay. Thanks. Now, Lance.
Yo.
I like your jacket.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I stole it from my husband. So,
All right, so this question's actually about third-party validation. Unicoin.com has many video testimonials and media reports about Unicoin. In your opinion, are third-party validations important for building a solid, trustworthy brand?
It most certainly is. To earn someone's trust is a lot. And when you have that third-party validation, they're going to need that in order to put their own coin into a cryptocurrency. But yeah, I think it's so important.
Okay. All right, I'd like to throw to our live studio audience with some questions.
Yes. Where is the price of Unicoin tracked?
Currently, the price is determined by market demand, and investors are paying 10 cents per Unicoin on unicoin.com. We have not yet listed Unicoin on crypto exchanges for a simple reason. I believe that it's a big mistake made by people who created many different coins and rushed to list them on crypto exchanges before developing name recognition, brand value, and in short, market demand for the coin. So I believe that before listing Unicoin at major exchanges, we must create worldwide awareness of its benefits.
Thank you.
Okay. And if anyone's been thinking about getting in on this on the ground level, you'd be in pretty good company. Take a look.
Around the globe, savvy investors are already getting in on the cryptocurrency of the future.
Unicoin is the first crypto backed by a portfolio of equity in emerging companies.
When I saw what Unicoin was trying to accomplish, I got excited and I believe in it. So I put my money where my mouth is and I invested in it.
With other crypto, it's you're just rolling the dice with it.
When I first heard about Unicoin, I thought I'd have to be insane not to invest in it.
Unicoin is an opportunity that if you can use wisely, it can help to change your life dramatically.
They know that a small investment today could mean huge returns tomorrow.
We regret the decisions we don't make rather than those we make.
The thing that interests me about Unicoin is the potential of a high valuation as well. But you have to take the risk, and you don't want to have regret. And 3 years from now, you say, you know what, I wish I invested.
But it isn't just global investors that believe in Unicorn. The unicorn companies you know and love will fuel Unicoin's potential growth, because it's these companies that create Unicoin's value.
When you bring in something like not only Unicoin, but transparent business as a whole, it represents an even greater opportunity on both sides from the standpoint of businesses trying to grow and get investors.
I mean, the way they position a coin is really different from other current cryptocurrencies in the market. So I have absolute faith in Unicoin.
Unicoin is one of those lifetime opportunities to actually be a part of all these transformation and all these engagement with investors.
I see this truly as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that anybody who is willing to take the risk and dare to take the risk, I think there will be handsome reward, at the end of it, and I truly believe in that.
The greatest minds in business are in.
Unicoin is a great investment opportunity to ascertain the future of my family.
Will you let these opportunities pass you by? Unicoin.
Alex, you're talking about the initial value of Unicoin. You're also talking about where potentially it can grow to.
Yeah, long term, the cryptocurrency market has been growing and growing fast. The total valuation of fiat currencies, traditional currencies, is over $90 trillion. Some analysts predict that cryptocurrencies are going to get to 1/3 of that market, to over $30 trillion. If our market share reaches only $1 trillion, that would be $40 per Unicoin.
Wow. Wow. I do want to ask Silvina, there are so many investors that are curious about cryptocurrency, but they're still trepidatious. How can you point them toward pulling the trigger?
Well, one of the things that they need to look at is who is behind the company they will be invested in. They need to see also the size of the opportunity. When you enter early on a company, like what we are doing now with Unicoin at 10 cents per dollar, you have a significant opportunity to multiply exponentially your returns. You can start investing with small money, and then as you build up confidence as an investor, they can start creating wealth instead of just spending the money.
All right, we have another question coming in from Texas. This is Mo's home state, so this is an important question because we love Mo. Why did you name your cryptocurrency Oh, come on! Why did you name it Unicoin?
Just change one letter.
There's the answer.
Okay, great.
Yes.
We're done?
I do want to ask Andrew, though, how many Unicoins you are planning to sell, at what price to finance its expansion?
Our objective is to turn it into a major cryptocurrency brand. We would like to sell it 4 different tranches, 2 billion coins. So we want to sell 500 million at 10 cents, 500 million at 25 cents, 500 million at 40 cents, and 500 million at $1.
Got it. Wow. And how long do you think this current round would last, Andrew?
Well, frankly, the round could be closed at any time because we've already had investors come to us looking at potentially taking in the whole round.
Okay. Well, how often will you be paying dividends?
We're going to pay a dividend once a year, and it'll be in either cash or cryptocurrency.
Great. All right, now we have a question from a very special investor. Take a look.
Here's a scenario. The unicorn empire expands and one of the companies goes public, but for some reason, their stock takes a nosedive. Will this affect the value of Unicoin?
It's a good question. Alex?
The value of Unicoin is going to be largely based on the value of underlying portfolio. And we need to do a good job selecting the winners. If we were competing with many coins backed by portfolio, then comparing portfolio strengths would be paramount. Today we're competing with cryptocurrencies which are backed by nothing. And I believe that our portfolio is definitely greatly superior than nothing.
Apples to oranges.
Apples to nothing.
All right, well, with that amount of volume, that volume of business, what are the social implications, the ecological impact?
Well, much like the companies who appear on the show, I can't wait to keep watching all these companies because you see them coming up with solutions using technology and innovation to solve the challenges of the world, whether it be climate change. Last season, we had somebody that created a self-breast exam that's going to save women's lives.
That was tremendous. I still think about that.
These are the kind of companies that this fund is going to be investing in. They're great examples of why somebody would want to get involved in Unicoin, in my opinion.
How can investors purchase Unicoin, Mo? Where do they go to?
Unicoin.com.
Who wants to be a millionaire? Thank you all so much. Thanks for answering these questions. I feel like for people out there that were curious about cryptocurrency or unaware, even for people that feel like they are experts, listening to some of your answers will have further illuminated them. So I really appreciate it. And I'd say that about covers it. Like Mo said, head to unicoin.com, get more information, get details. It's a very special and exciting opportunity. For now, we're going to say goodbye. We'll see you next time on The Hunt.